Hello, how are you, everybody? Today I want to share with you all about the only corona-free country in the world, Tanzania. I'm Heradius Mbeyela. I live in Tanzania. I'm a missionary here in Tanzania, and also I'm from Tanzania. So Tanzania is an African country located at eastern part of Africa, surrounded by Kenya, Uganda, Burundi, Rwanda, Congo DRC, Zambia, Malawi, Mozambique, and it borders with the Indian Ocean by eastern side. Tanzania is formed by the union of two countries, Tanganyika and the islands of Zanzibar, since April of 1964. The actual president of Tanzania is Dr. John Pombe Magufuli. In March of 2020, coronavirus was confirmed to have reached Tanzania. Until May 14, 2020, the national record was 509 cases that were positive and 21 deaths. After that, the government decided to change the way of treating the coronavirus issues. And this is what brought changes and makes Tanzania a hero against COVID-19. The president called attention the authorities not to report cases of COVID-19 after alleging that the laboratories were returning false positive results. This is because the results from papaya, from goat, and other non-human samples tested positive for COVID-19 too. Then the authority discovered that there were a lot of blunders in conducting the COVID-19 cases. Mostly, it seemed to be a business to foreign strong nations. Then the president insisted that we all should depend on God, praying so that the disorder ends. He limited also the mass media not to announce everything concerning COVID-19 if it is not released by the Ministry of Health itself. He encouraged the Tanzanians to use alternative medicine like ginger, lemons, and honey to treat any symptoms of the disease. He also told the Tanzanians to learn how to live together with the pandemic, just like the former deadly disease is known in the human history. Therefore, Tanzania did not follow the policy of lockdown as did many countries, including the Tanzanians' neighbors, Kenya, Uganda, Burundi, to mention some. People continued praying freely when he allowed all the worshipping activities to continue almost normally, with some essential restrictions like washing hands and keeping social distance, and also use of sanitizers. All the working class continued with work as normal as usual, except school teachers who were in holidays for some days when all students had a break for the reason of the COVID-19. But later on, he reopened all the schools too, and all the students were going to school as usual. He also limited the COVID-19 information, trying to build positive thinking, giving hope to all the citizens. After a few weeks, he also fled the national sports competitions, allowing full participation of their fans as ever before. Even though there were a lot of challenges, mostly from the opposition parties, the president of Tanzania showed us the way to survive the pandemic. He was our hero, in fact. Today, Tanzania continues to be the only COVID-free country in the world. although there are some few cases that happens, maybe one person or three are sick with the symptoms of COVID-19 and they are immediately treated well and they are released. Just as I said that we have to learn how to live with the disease. So Tanzania is doing that right now. Therefore, for this reason, I've learned a lot of things. First of all, COVID-19 is a serious disease. However, it's not the most deadly one. The world is still facing a lot of other diseases that are more deadly comparing to the COVID-19. Few people should learn how to coexist with this sickness, just like other diseases. What kills many people is not the COVID-19 itself, I believe. It is the psychological part of it. People are confused by a lot of information from media, and they even fail to know what really is true to work upon. Then coronavirus disease can be well treated and prevented by alternative medicines at home, like ginger tea, lemon, and other herbal tea substances. Make a custom of using hot drinks to fight the pandemic. Living positively can also help you to combat the pandemic, knowing that only a few % of the COVID-19 victims lose their life. A lot of people do recover. Should give you a positive posture over the disease. Learn how to live with it. Then one thing that is most important is a prayer. Prayer is the essential part of human life. For the first time in real life, I saw that a pandemic hit the so-considered important people of the world, like the President of the United States of America, the Prime Minister of one of the European countries, among others. So God wants to say something to humanity. Prayer is significantly important. In Tanzania, the president called for the national prayers to end COVID-19. In fact, it worked. Today in Tanzania, we are all free. We don't use masks. We don't observe social distance. We have opened all our borders and the airports, and we don't take any COVID-19 tests, and we are all free. No deaths recorded, no patients, no lockdown, etc. And we live a normal life. I welcome you all to visit Tanzania and see the wonders of my country in Tanzania. We have a lot of touristic attractions. So if you feel that you can visit Tanzania, you are most welcome. This is the voice of Heradu Sembeyela, also known as Herie 16M. You can visit my YouTube channel, and also you can see many other important things that I have broadcasted. And you are all welcome and feel at home with